Hello folks and welcome to 4 Season Backpacking. Please subscribe for the latest outdoor adventure videos.
Morning folks. Well, I camped last night in a spot I camped in 2 days into the Cornwall adventure, just because it was the best spot, and as I said yesterday, was the 100th anniversary of a mining disaster, and there were relatives there to go to the anniversary, and I thought, yeah, I'm not camping up in that area because out of respect, so I've camped down here, back down here, and I'm just about to do some stock photography of some of the photos I took on this trip. I've uploaded via my mobile phone. I use my smartphone. It's got a hotspot on it, and I've got a wireless router I use. If the signal's bad, I can stick that outside the tent. I've got 4G here actually, surprisingly. I'm camping by Cape Cornwall. I've got a view actually the Cape from where I'm camped. It's in a little sort of like looks like an old quarry cove sort of thing, but it's still bloody windy here. Yesterday, the actual outer sheet of the tent of my jack wolfskin blew off, basically, almost blew away. Was just left with the inner skin, and I lost a peg because that flew off somewhere. That's due to the pegs not being in the ground very well. The ground here is not really solid, so it's quite hard to put the pegs in tight, so that's why they came loose and that happened. Normally the jack wolfskin's okay, and 30 mph winds are no problem. But yeah, that's the thing. You can buy your fancy tent. You can buy your your £700 tent and camp up on top of a mountain and say, look, nothing's going to happen to me. But if those pegs fail, it doesn't matter how strong your tent is. You're just going to blow off the side of that mountain. So yeah, they're all absolutely pointless, those tents, in my opinion. I've had this tent in, well, at the start of this trip, I camped here when it was 50 mph gusts, and the wind was literally coming up into this quarry. It wasn't really wind protected, and the tent stood up well to it, really. Any one peg come out. I had the pegs in slightly better then, but yeah, the tent stood up to it. It really did push down on the tent, trying to squash the tent, but it just wasn't happening. But yeah, I've been in 100 mph winds, as I've said before, twice, and I used a Marmot grid. I think it was a Marmot grid tent, which was only about 200 something quid. I don't think they make them anymore, sadly. I think there's some other companies that make similar tents, but so you don't need to spend £700 on a tent. That's ridiculous. I've camped on top of Scarfell in serious wind as well, and that was in quite a flimsy tent, to be honest, but I just found a nice little spot, a little bit of wind protection. But you don't need it, spend £700 on a bloody tent. Anyway, I'm going to get this stock photography done. Well, that's my tent all packed away, and this was my view from the tent, Cape Cornwall, which I've been to in the previous episodes of this series. Whilst it's great taking my laptop with me to do some work while I'm out and about on a long hike, it is too heavy realistically for hiking. It's okay for a 2-night wild camp, but for a week it's too much, really. So next time I probably won't be taking the laptop, not on a week hike, maybe two nights. Yeah, I'll take the laptop, but the next one I'm probably gonna have to take some winter gear, like winter sleeping bag. So yeah, probably won't take it because the extra weight of the sleeping bag as well. So folks, making my way back into St Just, where I was hoping to get some fish and chips, because the fish and chip shop there is really nice, cheap as well. I've got a portion of fish and chips, good sized portion for £5, but it's closed today on Mondays, unfortunately. But there is a pasty shop there, and I'm hoping to get 2 pasties. They are very nice pasties. Of course, we are in Cornwall, so I think the best pasties I've ever had though are Lizard Point, but we won't be going there on this series. I've been there many times before. So yeah, I'm just walking up through a sort of like tin mine valley. Can't remember what it's called now, but it's one of many tin mines. There's so many around this area. Actually looks like a nice day. Still not 100% sure where I'm going. I'm going to St Just now to restock and get some pasties, but I got a chance of going maybe to quite a unique stone circle, fairly unique. It's got a standing stone in the middle of it. I don't see many of those, and I've been to it before. I've got some photos of it actually, not too great though. Or there's some ancient villages as well, which have obviously been reconstructed. They're kind of like in the, like, I want to do some droning, like, but they're in the no, I think they're possibly in the no-fly zone, like, because there's an aerodrome nearby. So I'm probably going to go to the coast path where I can fly the drone, where it's outside of that zone. So maybe Cable Beach, that's really famous. Used to be where all the telegraph lines used to go into the sea to America, I think, and the rest of the world, rest of the Commonwealth. So folks, I got a Thai vegetable pasty from the oldest Cornish... sorry about that. Start again. Okay folks, so I've got a Thai vegetable pasty from the oldest Cornish pasty maker in the world, in St Just here, apparently. So now I'm having a traditional Cornish pasty from St Just. I'm now just arrived at Sennen's Cove. Hey, up on the hills from the Sennen Cove, heading towards Land's End again. I won't bother filming all that again. I filmed it already in this series. Already got lots of pictures from there. Yeah, there's a rescue helicopter or some kind of military helicopter doing its rounds, probably playing with the new radar system or something. It's got one looks of it. Looks like it's got some kind of radar on the bottom. I'm guessing they can see what's under the water with it. So it's probably playing with its new toy. There's the Land's End complex again, and that is the real Land's End just down there. You'd have to actually climb down the cliff face to get to the sea. Folks, I totally forgot about that sea arch that's by Land's End. If you're coming from Land's End along the coast path heading towards the Penzance way, you'll see it. I think the last time I come along the coast path, I've walked along this way a few times, but I think it's possibly been sea mist or hazy, but possibly not that, maybe just hazy, just not very good for taking photos today. It's not perfect, but it's it's good for a snapshot. It'd be good for my stock photography. As you know, I do a lot of stock photography, so check out my stock photography link in the description. It's like after this bit, so it goes up quite sharply. I've done this bit before. I've actually probably done it 3 times, this bit before. I don't know why, but as you know, I've done the whole southwest coast path with a pretty big bag, and a large part of it when I did John O'Groats to Land's End with a bag pretty much the same size as this. I'm pretty sure I didn't really get that much vertigo. Jesus, I don't know what the f these days. The older that you get, the harder things like this are. I don't know. I have the vertigo. Comes and goes. Sometimes I do. Like earlier on, I was okay. It's a little bit slippy. I do slip up on the north side. I'm guessing I am carrying a bigger bag than most people would on this trail. Yeah, it will be time to lighten the pack, I think, doing trails like this from now on. Be much more better. Okay. No more worse than this. The path is pretty big actually. Still, it's not windy. It's the same sort of thing when you go up Snowdon. There's a steep drop path. Oh, so that's a mine. I'll have a look at that. Wow, check this cave out. Wow, shit, it actually does go further down there. Look at that. It's a proper, yeah, this is obviously an old mine shaft. I ain't going any further than that. But still, I bet people go pretty far in here. Path looks like it's falling down. I'm not too keen on standing on that. Can't even see the rest of the path. Oh, it's quite hot now. Ah, it's not too bad this bit. It's worse from the distance. To be honest, if you just got a day pack or a small backpack, it's no problem at all. I am carrying a laptop, all my camera gear and the drone gear, extra batteries, all plugs for that gear, autumn gear to keep warm. Oh shit, this isn't particularly great, is it, for this bag? This is slippy as well. It's not great. It was muddy as hell through there. Okay. Okay now, this path's okay now. Ah, dude. Such a wet drip there. But seriously, try carrying this bag. I think most people wouldn't be able to even pick this bag up. People do ask me, oh, how heavy is this bag? I say, try picking it up, mate. Some people will really struggle to pick it up. That's how heavy it is. But I do like my luxuries while I'm camping. This is, yeah, I'm not doing it just to punish, you know, like some kind of extreme punishment, like test, or like, you know, like endurance. I just like having my comforts with me. But I think it's time to say goodbye to those comforts on the next wild camp and have as light as possible as I can with the sort of weather conditions I'll be in. I'll take the mobile phone. I'm probably going to take the drone. I won't take the laptop. But I've got to make the bag lighter, because doing trails like this with this sort of gear, seriously, like, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's easy to make a mistake in the mud because of the weight pushing down on you. The slightest slope, your feet slide on mud because you've got the weight pushing down on you. Another cove climbed. To be honest, I'm probably going to put the tent up the next cool place I find, if it's suitable, like somewhere by a house, which unfortunately seems to be a lot more the case these days. I've noticed there seems to be quite a few new buildings along the coast since I last walked the coast path on its own. Yeah, it's a shame. So, why do you have to build a new house right on the... because it ruins it for everyone else. At least with wild camping, my tent is just like a one-person tent. It's great, it blends in with the scenery. Put it up in the evening, take it down in the sort of morning, early-ish. I'll take my rubbish with me, leave no trace. Not only that, I pick other people's rubbish up as well nowadays. If I can, if I've got the room, I'll pick it up. But sometimes I can't, but I will try to pick up other people's rubbish as well. You know, wild camping might not cost anything money-wise, but like, you've got to do your bit back, you know? You can't just take. You've got to give something back. Well, I've got myself a pitch, guys. Probably the best pitch of the whole Cornwall week's trip so far. Well, I'm in a zone where I can actually fly here by the drone. I'm going to wait till later, see if the light gets better, or I may fly it in the morning. It's supposed to be even less wind tomorrow. It's not really windy now, but there's still quite a few people about, and I don't like flying when there's people about. I don't like to disturb their peace. Well, folks, just had a really nice sunset. Not the best ever, but definitely probably the nicest. There was another one that was nice. So this is probably the second best sunset of the trip so far. But this is the best weather. Now there's just no wind. It's just perfect for camping in a place like this. Lovely weather now. Apparently it's supposed to be nicer tomorrow as well. So for a sleeping bag this time of year, it's the end of October in the end of Cornwall, sort of Land's End area, around Penzance, St Ives, below there. By Land's End at the moment actually. I'm using a really thin summer sleeping bag that's supposed to be okay to 10 Celsius, but pretty much it's going to be 10 Celsius at night anyway. It's not going to be colder than that. But to make it extra warmer, I got thermals, and I've got a silk liner which I normally put in my winter sleeping bag, and a ultra lightweight emergency bivvy I put on the outside to make it that little bit extra warmer. But it's way too warm for my winter sleeping bag at the moment. It's just I'll be too hot in it. So at the end of October in Cornwall, still using the summer sleeping bag.